will be Aria Dennis to kick us off. And we are underway immediately. Southampton want to try and impress their prowess on the ball, their comfortability in possession. Sarah Wilson ensuring that it's Durham who can answer the first question being asked of the game. Head away by Air. Immediately into it is Peplow. Long searching ball forward, which very nearly released Dennis in behind. Now here's Pike. Air can step forward. It's a searching ball, which is going to be chased all the way by Collett. Nudged into safety for the moment anyway. Brown. Now Heppel. It's a lovely switch of play and opportunity now for Crosthwaite. Little overlapping run by Air. Heppel once more. Harbour under pressure. Little welcome to the league for the young Arsenal midfielder. Very talented on the ball. Certainly a player with a wonderful future in the game. Oh, it's a lovely ball through as well. A little bit much on it, but looking for a player that she knows very well in Vivienne Leah. Wilson. Here's Lambert. Try a little chop back to Crosthwaite, but it's dealt with by Southampton. Harbour with a chance to spin and thread it out to Collett. Heppel can tidy up in the middle of the park, and Crosthwaite and Air can exchange passes. Bounce caught out Peplow, and it will be a opportunity for Durham to slow things down a little bit. Little flick on. It's a lovely little shift of weight, and then Wilson can keep it alive. Wilson. That's a lovely spin. Really nicely done. Now here's Blake. Little slide ball into Lambert, could be in. All the way across goal, and had to be dealt with at the far post, and was. Really nice from Blake. That slide ball down the side. Lambert with the on-rushing forward run. Tried to square it. Just evaded Claypole, and then it was Crosthwaite at the far post coming in as well. Foster's corner.
Got a plus one! First three on the signal! Stay tight! Liner, just watch the back there, holding. Just watch the holding, Liner.
In swinging delivery from Foster. Oh, it's a free header at the far post! Just looped over. Agonisingly close. What a delivery that is in from Foster, asking all sorts of questions. crying out for someone to get on the end of it, and it was Wilson. Closing in on 200 appearances, started every game in all competitions this season. Captain Sarah Wilson so often leads by example and very nearly nodded Durham into an early lead. Brought down by Leah. Now Harbour. Dennis. Here's Leah under pressure from Crosthwaite. Really nicely done. Nudge through as well. What a chance. Lambert's burning pace. Just runs out of pitch in the end. It's a really, really brave challenge at the end as well. The pace that Molly Lambert just scampered away. And it's really good defending in the end from Purfield, who gets all the way back. Doesn't miss a beat. Needed to as well. 6 and a bit minutes played here, and it'll be another opportunity. The last corner wreaked havoc in the Southampton defence. Lambert just lurking on the edge of the area as well. Maybe one to keep an eye on. Head of the way, Lambert nods it back into an area, trying to juggle it down. In the end, it was a tame effort from Claypole. Above Beth Heppel with the first contact. Offside. Offside against Collett. Wilson has the chop back and immediately charged down by Collett.
Leo, just keep an eye in there. Stay tight! Stay tight! Just keep an eye. Becky! Don't roll over too much! Keep your spaces filled.
Thrown again by Brown.
Pass her on, Ella. Pass her on! Pass her on!
Wilson. Harbour. Clip ball towards the far post. Collett keeps it in play and dives inside as well. Flag is up for offside. The ball's in. Lambert could be in on goal. Lambert, really good save from Stenson. Again, that offside trap broken by Molly Lambert with the run from deep. Little clip ball over the top with the outside of the boot. That is a lovely through ball. And then Lambert tries to go for power, tries to go for the near post. Stenson stood up tall. Saliki and Wilson stepping forward from the back. Grace Eyre also joining the attack in a little cluster of blue shirts at the far post. right underneath the goalkeeper, bouncing around. No one can really get enough on it, and now the break could be on. Not too many options forward. What a pass that is. Dennis could be in. Tries to take the shot early. Too much on it. Lovely breakaway, instigated by Pike on this near side. Didn't have many options. The only option is that pass, and that is absolutely inch perfect. Araya Dennis unable to keep the shot down though.
Back in. Potentially, where are you? Open out, Ella! Open out! Stop cross!
Leah wins the corner. Really well done on that far side. A huge amount of space to work with.
One at the back! Molly, one spare 5. Maggie's got 2 in the back. One zone, come off, Ella. Yes. Split zone.
Pretty much every luminous yellow shirt in the box, barring Siobhan Wilson, who's lurking on the edge of the area. It's a deep delivery. It's a really good one as well. It's nearly gone all the way in. Riley Foster had to be very, very aware. That is a wonderful delivery. I tell you what, have the confidence, have the belief, and have the technique to be able to do that. They call it an Olympico when it goes all the way in from the corner. It's not far from that, you know. This time fizzed it at the near post. Well, 2 exceptional deliveries. Viviana Leah, mentioned prior to the game, an already growing reputation. Very highly thought of. Made her Arsenal debut a year ago next month. Signed the first pro deal earlier this month at Arsenal. And this is an opportunity perhaps to stake a claim what is a new era at Arsenal. Maybe not the rest of this season, obviously, having agreed to be on loan for the rest of it, but certainly for pre-season and next season to be in the thinking of the new coaching team, to be in the thinking of what might be a new transitional look in Arsenal. Wilson. Now Peak. They'll clip ball forward. Collett and Pike are both going to chase, but it will skip through handily to Foster. Foster under pressure, charged down by Dennis. Little bit of a let-off there for Riley Foster. Just gets caught on the ball. It's going to take time to get that full, sharpness back. He's only joined from Everton recently. Lambert could be in. Lovely run. Molly Lambert. What a finish. The player that has looked the most likely in these opening exchanges. A player that has made such an impact on this Durham side. Finds the back of the net for the 5th time this season. Molly Lambert nudges Durham a goal to the good.
First goal for Durham, number 8, Molly Lambert.
Just makes something of nothing, really. Peplow gets caught in possession, and then all of a sudden Lambert's in. Surging forward, shows a clean pair of heels, and then the calmness, the composure to just nip it in the near post. It's a brilliant finish. Up to 5 for the season now for Molly Lambert. Already outscored her best goal scorer in season. Showing no signs of slowing either. Herfield. Flicked forward, Leah's going to chase. Ayre's going to have to do some quick thinking defensively.
Stay where you are, Hannah! Stay, Hannah! Go in the yard, Hannah! Go in! Go in! That's out. In hand, tuck in the box.
Great feet from Pike.
Get ready! Get ready! Jump! Jump! Get up! Get up! Get up! Go, Frankie! Go! You got it! Steal!
Now Collett. Fired into the feet of Harbour. Really tidy first touch and kept a hold of, but forced all the way back to Stenson. Herfield. A little bit more direct this time. Bounces all the way through Collett for a second. Looked like maybe she might scamper forward. Well, we mentioned only prior to kick-off how Riley Foster's first league start for 4 years would be a test for her. First league start in this country, I should say. She's played plenty of football in the A-League for Wellington Phoenix a couple of seasons back, a couple appearances here and there, but for a goalkeeper especially, playing consistently is the big test. It's the big one that you need, that continuity. Match sharpness can only come from playing matches. Has experience at this level with Liverpool, of course. And at one end comes within a whisker of being snatched a chance away and perhaps even gifting a goal to Southampton. And then what, 120 seconds later, at the other end, Molly Lambert strikes Durham in front. Southampton throwing midway into the Durham half. Rachel Brown takes it quickly. Chloe Peplo's return pass is just under the studs of Brown. Little through ball towards Collett, but it's out for a throw-in.
Throw everyone as far as you can.
Saliki all the way back to Foster. Little flip around the corner from Lambert. It's a tidy one. Wants it back as well. Lambert's having an absolute field day. The best player on the pitch so far. Looks threatening every time she gets a touch of the ball, Molly Lambert. Saliki.
1 and 2, let's go!
Wilson out to Ayre. Crossed weight stolen away by Wilson, who leaves Foster in a heap.
Just look at the setup.
Heppel with the delivery. Not seen a huge amount of Beth Heppel so far, which probably a credit to Southampton, keeping her quiet. Well, here's an opportunity. Oh, it's a really good delivery in as well. Skips all the way through to Foster. Durham corner. So far, set pieces wise, Durham have been absolutely brilliant. Probably feel hard done by to an extent from their defeat in midweek to Chelsea. Showed Real character, real spirit defensively, worked very solid for best part of an hour. This was the real one that mattered though. Heppel's delivery towards the far post, right beneath the goalkeeper. Will it fall to Lambert? Everybody asking the question as to what the referee is going to give it for. Another really good delivery in from Heppel. Goalkeeper gets some purchase on it, but Lambert comes surging in. Does really well to keep it even partially down. So easy to get carried away with those, and technique on the shot to try and nip it underneath the crossbar. It's lovely from Physicality. Now Collett. Brilliant defending from Hannah Blake. Only halfway through the first half here in Barclays Women's Championship. Plenty of football to come today, of course, and don't forget, for the latest news, fixtures, ticket information, make sure you sign up to the Word on Women's Football. Click the link at the top of the YouTube description to sign up. There's also behind the scenes content, exclusive competitions, and a chance to vote in a Barclays monthly awards as well. So you stay on top of all of the latest content and news and games from the Barclays Women's Championship and the Barclays Women's Super League. Rachel Brown with the Southampton throw now. That's another Southampton throw in.
Blakey, right a bit! Tracker! Track! Who's next?
Inside to Pike. Nudge behind for a Southampton corner. And Leo will come over to take it.
Only one of you needs to go, Leo, you can go in. Come on, contact! Concentrate! Hand. Have to recover if they don't go short. Have to recover to edge if they don't go short. Go deeper, hand, go deeper!
Plays it short. Wilson. Headed away by Lambert after a neat block from Crossthwaite, who's all alone. Still finds a way through. Really well defended by Pike. Herfield. Wilson just about keeps it in.
Hello. Don't get sucked. Just talk to Saliki. Saliki, faster.
Wilson's throw. Towards Pike. Crossthwaite all the way back to Foster in Durham goal. We missed the news prior to kick-off. It's Tatiana Saunders, who's amongst the substitutes this afternoon, will retire from football following today's game. A rapturous round of applause prior to kick-off when her name was read out to those in attendance, and will be very, very highly thought of, very, very sorely missed as well. But those big gloves that we mentioned prior to kick-off to fill by Riley Foster so far have been filled very well in his opening 24 minutes. Wilson's throw. Blake. Saliki. We'd say almost perfectly to plan so far for Durham in terms of get their noses in front fairly early. Try and control the game from there. Table as it stands, we'll see them point off of Birmingham City at the summit, level and points with London City Lionesses. Birmingham City host Bristol City today as well, so who knows how the table could shape up at the end of play this weekend. Bristol City, we also see them join Birmingham City on 23 points, so could have a situation where the top 5 are separated by 2 points at the end of play this weekend. Lots of competition. It's Siliki. Late charge down, and Wilson taking no chances. Lambert's going to charge forward again. Harbour has it stolen away by Heppel. Slide ball in as well to Claypole. Heppel wants it back on the edge of the area. The overlapping run instead by Air. A Durham corner. Fluid system. Kind of see Durham play where you see runners from deep so often, Lambert so often the focal point in terms of those charges from deep. Claypole, Crossthwaite and Blake all sort of interchanging in the wide areas as well. Just make it an absolute headache to pick up. Certainly working 27 minutes in, we're just having a little pause of play. Apologies if there was any language that you heard in there from the dugouts who are emotional underneath us. Lambert. Not Molly Lambert's best effort. Southampton play out from the back. Dennis turns and spins and drives away from Foster. Wilson over on the overlap, ignored, instead threaded in towards Pike, who feels she may have been fouled. Referee not interested. Wilson.
Good, 1 and 2, move the ball! Move the ball!
Here's Siliki. Blake. Dropping deep, tucking into that left-hand side. Wilson. Wilson continues to surge forward and goes for the long diagonal. Collett does really well.
Shut the gaps again! Shut the gaps!
Nicely spun inside. Now a little bit of space for Chloe Peplow. Brown, lovely drag inside away from Blake. Space on the outside for Collett. A little bit too far in front, Megan Collett. Disappointing breakdown for what was a promising Southampton build-up. Short of half an hour played at Maiden Castle, and it's Durham who have their noses in front next to really well taken Molly Lambert goal, a goal of all her own making. Robbed it away from Southampton possession on this near side and then scampered into space before very composed finish into the near post. Trying to get the better of air, but can't on this occasion. Cleared by Foster. Reignite that battle on the far side, which is certainly not going to any time soon. Flick on to find Lambert. Here's Blake. Forced to go back. Saliki. Air. Heppel. Wilson's little clip ball forward. Well defended by Wilson. Here's Crossway. Perfield comes across and at the expense of a Durham throw. Crossway. Fizzed in low towards Lambert, who does keep it alive. Really nice first touch again from Molly Lambert. Crossway fires it across goal. Lambert again. Caught in two minds, I think. One of those where you kind of try and clip it towards the far post, knowing if you put it in an area, there's half a chance either someone gets at the end of it or maybe even it nestles in the far corner. Perfield. Now Leah. Wonderful feet. Really, really nicely done again. So much confidence.
Good decision.
Confidence that only comes with the quality that she has displayed in abundance already this afternoon.
Just be ready, Beth, anything coming this way.
Headed out to safety. Wilson. Fired into by Peplow. Belts is going to skip out for air with a little bit of space as well. Grace Air. Reverse pass looking for Claypole from Crossway. Now Pike, who's been central to most of Southampton's. I was going to say good move so far this game, but it broke down on that occasion. Peak.
Lil, keep doing it, get your shots.
Wilson. Now Saliki. Lovely turn from Claypole. Now Lambert tries to thread it back in towards Claypole. Instead it goes a second time of asking to cross-weight, back to air. It's come all the way through to Blake, who tried a little 1-2 and well defended by Paige Peak.
You okay to play around bodies? Play through bodies, play around bodies.
Slight break in play while Siobhan Wilson gets some treatment. Well, the challenges continue to come for both teams, and hopefully that Southampton will have Siobhan Wilson available for the rest of this. A bit of an innocuous one. Even a little poke in the eye, I think, is the message. A very sore one, especially on quite a cold, windy day as well. Next 3 games for Durham are tests all in themselves after Chelsea midweek. At home game this weekend is a bit of respite between another travelling domestic cup competition. This Wednesday they go to Brighton Hove Albion. Then it's a trip into Sheffield for Sheffield United away at start of February. And then Blackburn Rovers mid-February back here at Maiden Castle. I think if they can put a run together, they'll be certainly in a very, very detailed conversation about who wins promotion to the WSL. Just hearing there's a bit of blood from Siobhan Wilson to deal with. Yeah, I think it's a bit knock to the nose. Well, let's have a look at the difference between the two teams so far then this afternoon. An early start here in Durham, and it's Molly Lambert who makes this all herself, robs it away from Chloe Peplow, surges in towards the area. And how often do you see a player try and go for the far post, just evade it by a little bit? Instead, opens a body up, slots it in the near post. It's a really, really clever finish from a player that is in fine form currently. 5 goals this season for Molly Lambert, already bettered her career best for league goals in a season. The way she's playing, I don't think that'll be her last either. Really, really terrific run of form from a player who is getting better and better. A Durham team that certainly feel that they have got a lot more to offer, and perhaps have a lot more to say in where the championship title ends this year. Certainly know what it's about at this level. Certainly have the quality to be mixing it with the elite. They've already shown that, like we keep mentioning, for a good hour against Chelsea. Not only held firm, but had a couple of chances as well through Ryan Doyle. Heavily rotated Durham side as well, with more than half an eye on this one. Probably see a slightly stronger side head to the south coast to take on Brighton midweek. Southampton themselves, though, doing a lot of travelling currently, obviously up in this part of the country for Durham today. Thankfully, when they saw Newcastle was straight off the back of it, it's a home tie, so not too lots of long journeys for the Saints next weekend. Heppel takes it early. Again, a real in the blink of an eye sort of effort. Southampton unable to fully clear. Purfield's head up falls nicely for Heppel, who takes it on. Isn't far away at all. Purfield. Heading back to that after Newcastle at home, it's Bristol City and Birmingham. 2 back-to-back away games for Southampton in the Championship. Little flick off of Layla Harbour, who is already acquitting herself to Championship life. Arsenal loanee, along with fellow Arsenal loanee Vivienne Leah. Both have impressed in spells in this first half. Feel a good 40 minutes of acquitting have gone about. There are certainly easier trips in the Championship to make your debut than up to Maiden Castle against a very experienced, very clever Durham side. Peplow with a bit of a coming together with Crosthwaite. Both are okay though. Wilson had nudged it out, so they'll restart with Sarah Wilson. Here is Peplow. Now Leah. Really clever feet, swings it towards the far post. Well held by Foster. Again, a chance from nothing really. Vivienne Leah showing all the qualities that Southampton were hoping she'd bring from Arsenal. I know we've only seen 42 minutes, but if this is the first time you've seen or heard the name Vivienne Leah, it's certainly not going to be the last. Huge talent. Already showing an immense amount of quality in these opening exchanges, although Claypole trying to ensure that she heads into half-time as part of the Southampton side, a goal behind. Dennis, great feet. Now Wilson, thankfully, able to dust off that injury from a few moments ago. Perfield. A little bit in front of Wilson again, and another misplaced pass from Southampton allows Durham a chance to regroup ahead of the final 2 and a bit minutes of this first half. Crossley. Foster's going to come out and deal with the situation. Launched forward and intercepted and then volleyed into the sky by Foster. Harbert forward. Encouraged on by Megan Collett and her Southampton teammate. Peplow. Peak. Brown and Lambert both down. Lambert back to her feet. And slowly Rachel Brown I think is going to join her. Yep. Thankfully both players are okay.
Last couple, there we go. Stay switched on, come on. Hold on. No time, no time!
3 added minutes at the end of this first half to come. gone Durham's way, much to the bemusement of the Southampton bench. Saliki. Brown. Headed down by Blake and charged down by Brown. And out, so it'll be a Southampton throw-in. Brown.
Look at the hole. One go.
Final 60 seconds of this half. Can Southampton make something of it? Harbert sees it nudged out for another Southampton throw. This will do Durham quite happily, I'd imagine, as they try and see out the end of the first half. Pike tries to spin and wins the foul. There's now a chance for Vivian Leah to jog over and whip in a devilish ball for the final action of the first half. Heppel, the only player in the Durham wall. Plenty of luminous yellow shirts that intertwine with the Durham all blue. Leah's delivery. Oh, it's a vicious one as well. Headed away and tried to nudge back into an area. Eventually volleyed clear, and that should be the end of the first half here at Maiden Castle. Southampton unchanged. Stenson in goal, a back four of Brown, Peake, Purfield, and Wilson, Peplow and Harbert, the two in midfield with Collett, Pike and Leah in support of Dennis up front. And for Durham, also looking unchanged. So Foster in goal, Eyre, Wilson, Saliki and Wilson. The back four, Foster and Lambert, Crosthwaite, Heppel, Claypole and Blake. And it will be Durham who get us back underway with Beth Heppel. Searching ball forward immediately. A little bit too searching. Just skips out of play for a goal kick. Wilson, that's a Purfield. Foul by Eyre, a little bit too physical on Vivian Leah. Lovely ball in from Wilson to Dennis, but just skipped underneath. That's the pro of playing on a surface like this. You're not going to get any bobbles. Does allow teams to be able to play. Saliki fizzed out to Blake on the far side. Now the carry forward from Harbert into Leah. bumped into by Hannah Blake, and it will be a foul.
Run, just let her pass it, yeah? One more in if you need. Have a look behind you.
Perfield with a chance to sweep this one into an area from deep.
Make sure you spin! Spin and get close! Double over the back!
Leah brings it down. Wilson fired in towards goal. Into a dangerous area as well, and Foster has to scamper to keep it in. Brave header from Perfield.
Got another 65 of them coming.
Saw one. Perfield sees the funny side of it.
Molly. Hannah.
Oh, it's a lovely first touch from Crossway. Wins the corner, beautifully brought down. Look at that for a first touch. Absolutely immaculate.
Watch out for people diving on the line this week. Aren't they going? I wish somebody was last week. Jesus Christ. First one, go!
This one towards the far post and punched away. Collett can try and clear it, but Claypole's charged it down.
Get him in, Durham! Go on, keep it in! If the keeper's not there.
Volleyed forward. Wilson.
Lil, just make sure you've got the keeper. So get the other side of her. So from behind so she can't come backwards. Yeah. Yeah. Keep up forward.
Southampton happy to keep it between themselves at the back.
Cut the corner. Cut the corner. Yes, that's good. That's good. Go on, Lil.
Yeah. Clip ball over the top, finds Crossway in a bit of space. Fired across goal. Punched out really well in the end by Stenson. Evaded all blue shirts, and Southampton can now maybe build. Saliki puts a stop to that. Lambert's going to chase and has to be nodded back and kept in play and then nudged out by Peak. Really nicely done by Crossway, who started this second half. Brilliant form.
One more. Forward.
Crossway.
One more.
Heppel. Lambert just about stayed on side. Didn't on that occasion.
Back in! Come on! Switch on, Durham! Good! Oh! Close. Snap on. Stay central.
Now Wilson charged down by Air. It's been a good battle between the two of them on this near side. Pike tries to drag it towards the byline and tries to pick someone out in the middle of the area, but well defended and come out and gobbled up by Riley Foster. We'll be hoping for a clean sheet on her first Durham start. Crossway. Roared on by the Durham bench. Tried a little nutmeg, but Wilson too clever for that. Air back to Crossway. Tried it again, but well defended again by Wilson. Such an intriguing battle. Two players making sure they test the other to the absolute maximum of their ability, and Crossway's come away with it. Alive by Foster. Felt that there was a foul in there, and it's gone Durham's way. Much to the displeasure of Dennis, and Pike's leading the conversation with the goal with the official. Beth Heppel is going to take command of this situation. Plenty to aim for, all lurking on the penalty spot. It's a good delivery in, headed away in a dangerous area by Pike, and Crossway's in! And all of a sudden a swarm of luminous yellow shirts. Again, a chance from nothing really. Lambert just kind of hooks it into an area. It falls to Crossway. The first touch is good. The second touch isn't bad either. Then all of a sudden, as it looked like it was going to creep into that far corner from nowhere, three Southampton bodies throw themselves in the way. Michaela Foster to take the corner. We approach 10 minutes played in this second half. Swung towards the far post, goalkeeper gets the glove on it. Another corner.
Hannah, you and Lil do the same job. Do Lily's job with her. Lily, get Hannah with you on that one. On your one, Lil, get Hannah with you.
Lambert lurking on the edge of the area. Heppel's delivery. Swung towards the far post. Wilson heads it back into an area. Eventually dealt with, and now Dennis on the charge. Nobody with her. Might not need anyone. Keeps going. And prods it into Vivienne Leah. Southampton bench are absolutely beside themselves. They feel more than a couple of opportunities for the official to give something. Now Peplow leading the conversation. Maybe one there. Maybe one there. Maybe even one there at the end. Certainly from a Southampton perspective, they feel aggrieved. Wilson. Another misplaced pass. There with the throw in. Bumped into by Purfield, and one of the easier decisions the referee might have to give. So there was a bit too much physicality there, but Claypole nearly had to pay to get back in. Purfield absolutely flying through the back of the Durham number 15.
Beth, get her 10 yards, there's no way she's 10. Get her 10. You're 4 yards away. Get her back.
Durham don't feel that Southampton wall is its correct distance, so just asking the question of Ivy and Leah. Heppel's delivery. Another really good delivery from Beth Heppel. It's 3 or 4 now. Fizzed in with such pace, a lot of whip on it. Crying out for someone to attack it. It was attacked. Unable to be kept down though by Durham's skipper, Sarah Wilson.
Keep going, Mark. Good girl.
Peak.
Don't let it come forward. Come on, Blakey.
Brown. Into a little bit of trouble, but finds a way out and finds Paige Peak. Now Gemma Purfield. Undercooked and Crosthwaite steals it. Could be a chance now for Durham. Lily Crosthwaite squares it to Amy Claypole. Lovely spin. Can she get the shot? Oh, she can! Off the inside of the post. How has it stayed out? Lambert. Wonderful Durham move. Again, Southampton playing out. Not fully convinced by their own distribution. Durham steal it. Lovely spin from Claypole. Does everything right. Off the inside of the upright and somehow stays out, and the offside flag brings to a close that move. Heppel tries a shot from distance. Feels like Durham are now feeling that the next goal can start to take the game away from Southampton, but while it's still 1, Southampton won't change the way they play. Confident in possession, even if it's not fully coming off, they'll continue to try and play through the thirds, and got enough quality in this side to get themselves back into the game, that's for sure. Plenty of options from the bench as well. Goals have been hard to come by, that's no secret. Any team missing their main goal threat is always going to be difficult. Rihanna Dean's been out for quite a while. Was nearing a return before picking up another little knock onto the delayed restart of her season. Oh, thunderous tackle this one. Both players fully committed. A fair amount of discomfort. So maybe we will see the first change. Let's have a look at that chance from a few moments ago then. A game that was very nearly, maybe even beyond the reach of Southampton, as Purfield's distribution stolen away by Crosthwaite, who has started this second half brilliantly. Surging into the box, picks the pass, the correct pass as well, a little bit behind Claypole. Takes a touch, takes a second touch. Maybe if she's half a yard further away from goal, she's celebrating. She was already wheeling away.
Hey, stay on, stay on.
Half an arm to the sky. felt that maybe that was the game done and won, but the width of the upright prevents a second. Now we await the first change of the game. A fair bit of discomfort. Rachel Brown on the far side. A few options that could be perceived as a straight swap. Millie Mott probably the first that jumps off the page. Tara Bourne could be introduced for a little bit of a reshuffle defensively as well, or is this a time maybe for Southampton to try and go for it if Brown is unable to continue? They will hope certainly that Rachel Brown is all right. Player that brings a lot more than just attacking flair from the right fullback position. There's a lot of experience, a lot of quality.
Stay switched on!
Here, conversations going on below us about decision to see if she's in need of a change. Debut season here at Southampton, but heavily experienced in the Championship. Couple of seasons with Leicester, couple of seasons with Sheffield United. Played every game last season for Sheffield United, so kind of player that you want in your group for a grueling Championship season. Heppel. Brown gingerly back to her feet on the far side. She's done a little jog up and down the touchline to see if she's okay to continue. Currently down to 10, whilst Durham try and make that advantage count. Wilson charged down by Pike. Claypole. Claypole gets it back. Swarm of yellow shirts around her, and Harbert comes away with it. Brown thankfully okay, and immediately on the offensive. Here's Dennis. Clever feet from Dennis, has tried to feed the ball across goal, and Costa comes out to scoop up. 64 minutes played. Durham still hold a slender advantage thanks to Molly Lambert's first half strike. They've come close on a couple of occasions. Claypole the closest not that long ago, clipping the inside of the upright. Southampton are still very much in this game, but haven't tested Riley Foster a huge amount on her Durham debut. League debut, that is, of course. We will see movement on the subs bench for Southampton, but it's not the change that we thought we might have seen. It's Siobhan Wilson to be replaced by Georgia Mullett. So there will be a slight shuffle. So keep an eye on how that will affect the shape of Southampton. Mullett's certainly going to go and play a lot higher.
Good decision, good decision.
Maybe on early inspection that Meg Collett's going to come over to this left-hand side. Dennis is going to play from the right, Mullett through the middle with Pike and Leah in support. Pete can't fully clear it. Claypole might try and shield this out for a corner, instead keeps it in play. Crossway stolen by Leah. Tried to skip it off of a Durham shin, but instead it's out for a Durham throat. Adjacent with the 18-yard box. Grace Eyre with the throw. Crossway tries to roll away from Durham defender, and they felt it was a foul. Southampton feel it was a foul or a goal kick. Referee coming under a bit of barrage from both sets of players, but it will be a Durham corner. A corner which Michaela Foster will take.
Yes, Grace, tell her. Come backwards. Just stand. Get a cut, bro.
And swinging delivery right underneath the crossbar. Lambert's going to want it on the edge, does get it eventually, Lambert. Harbert does really well. Perfield. Harbert. It's a nice idea. They'll test the fresh legs of Mullet, who wraps the foot around Wilson and forces a Southampton throw-in right in the far corner. We've got a player down in the middle of the pitch for Durham. I think it's Beth Heppel. Another one, a bit of an innocuous one for Heppel. Yeah, you can see a little bit of a hobble from there, so maybe she's just turned uncomfortably. Still not moving completely freely, Beth Heppel. Been a real bright spark for this Durham side this season. 7 goal contributions in what is now 12 starts in Barclays Women's Championship this season. Be a big loss if she's to come off. Durham, not the strongest, the deepest squad, I should say. Certainly have strength in the limited numbers they do, but even the fact that they have quite a limited bench, it's a testament to how well they're doing. Limited resources, limited budget in comparison to some of the sides in this division. Certainly what they do lack in numbers, they make up for in quality. Just short of 70 minutes played. Still Durham leads. Still, as it stands, this will take them to within touching distance of the summit of the championship for a couple of hours at least. It'll be a point off Birmingham City, who will be top of the pile still, but Durham joint second with London City Lionesses, having played a game more. You ask anyone, points on the board rather than games in hand is absolutely where you'd rather be. We'll give perhaps a shot in the arm to some of those who have Durham in the crosshairs in the next few weeks. Defensively, asking many questions as well. Answering many questions, I should say. Neat little 1-2 from Lambert, and now the carry forward. The idea to release Claypole was not the right choice for Hannah Blake. There will be a change for Southampton now, as we see Amy Palmer come on to replace Layla Harbert. Her debut ends on the 70th minute mark, and an impressive debut it has been for the Arsenal loanee, Amy Palmer, who joint top goal scorer out there now for Southampton with Molly Pike. Both got 2 in the championship this season. Palmer, who certainly has quality. Player who's very highly thought of herself. And hoping to come on and make a big impact Clip forward for Crosthwaite. Felt there was a foul. It was handball after it, as it may be. Well, it was either handball or a foul. Definitely one or the other. And it was given as a foul. The referee decided that there was a little bit too much contact for Ellie Crosthwaite, and now an opportunity from a really good area for Durham. Two very interested parties in Michaela Foster and Beth Heppel. With the left foot of Foster, swung in towards the far post and punched away, and it's far as Lambert. Good punch away, and then comes to Lambert on the edge of the area. Collett. It goes Durham's way. Southampton do feel they're not getting the rub of the green here. Visibly frustrated, the bench below us. Peplow does really well. Might open up for Peplow, does take the shot on. Never troubling Foster from that distance. Foster forward. Volley clear. Kept in by Claypole on the far side. Saliki all the way back to Foster. Brave header by Collett. Goes to Pike, who Southampton again feeling hard done by, because they feel that Molly Pike was in an advanced area there, and for it to be brought all the way back for an offside decision, they feel is not quite the reading of the game which they'd require. You can sense the frustration building, certainly. Wilson can just shepherd that out for a goal kick.
Just go past the ball.
15 to play. Durham still lead. They're ready in their first change of the afternoon, and it will be Hannah Blake to be replaced by Kayla Novak. Novak, who was very impressive in midweek against Chelsea. Middle of the park. Very assured figure. Little flick on by Crosthwaite. Claypole, lovely little back heel. Crosthwaite again. Neat little flick around the corner from Palmer. Leia charged down and kept in by Claypole. Lambert tries to get it back to Claypole. Palmer can carry forward now. This is starting to open up a little bit more. Lent into by Palmer, fairly according to the referee. He was then dragged down by Foster, and that one goes Southampton's way. Peak. Now Peplow. Brown. A long diagonal opens up for Collett. Works half a yard and swings it towards the near post. Volley clear with assurance by Wilson. Collett. Palmer. Peplow opens up. Peak. Palmer, lovely little reverse pass to Vivian Leah. Quiet in this second half, but now looking to spring into action. Palmer. Cushion back towards Pike, but it's stolen away. Pike's going to get a second attempt at it. Here's Leah. Bit of juggling needed, and just to nudge it on towards Palmer, dealt with by Air. Pike again picks it up. Up against Lambert. Molly Lambert doing some defensive work as well. Still the difference maker currently. Half appeals for a penalty from those in luminous yellow. Not sure there was much conviction really from the appeals made below us. Collett. Now Leah. Does ever so well to keep going. Little nutmeg finds to Pike as well. Hard hit in the edge on the edge of the area there as Peplow went into the tackle with, I think it's Claypole who's been left in a heap. Lambert runs it out of play. Claypole's still down. It was quite a heavy collision. And the pros of this surface are the fact that there's not too many bobbles and it does zip around. The main negative is there isn't much give in it though. Tackles like that certainly felt. It's one of those, isn't it, from Chloe Peplow? She gets the ball first, but it's the follow through that catches Amy Claypole.
Yes, please, we're doing stuff, please.
Might be the end of Claypole's afternoon, actually, the way that she's wandering towards the bench. And it is, as she's replaced by Carly Johns.
And she'll be replaced by number 9, Carly Johns.
Big cheer for Carly Johns. Does have 2 goals already in the championship this season. Joined from Watford in the summer. She had a very impressive season last year, actually, at this level. 8 goals in the championship last season. Collett skips away from Crossway. Time starting to look against Southampton. Another pass that goes straight out of play. Very disappointed. Parts of their distribution this afternoon. Fairness to the referee, looked like a head injury, so have to be cautious and lead with caution when there's a head injury. So thankfully Brown's okay to resume, and we can get back underway immediately because there is 7.5 minutes left of the 90. Still the solitary goal of the game, a first half strike from Molly Lambert. In the second half, Durham have come closest to extending that lead. Amy Claypole, who's since departed the scene, having her shot come back off the inside of the post. Palmer kept in, but not kept on in the end, as Georgia Mullet tried to hook it back towards goal. Back heel is really nicely done by Pike. Now Leah skips inside. Sticking to a task brilliantly. Oh, might fall for Pike. Might get another chance. Pike does get the shot off, but it will not trouble Riley Foster in the Durham goal. Peplow. Intercepted by Crossthwaite, who has been magnificent in his second half. One of the standout performers in Durham blue. Really nicely done though by Collett. Peplow. Brown. Crossthwaite's down. Less than 5 minutes to play. Do have a couple of options on the substitutes bench this afternoon, if they did want to, or were forced into a change here with Lily Crossthwaite. One being Abby Holmes, who is a centre half, but surely coming to make it a back five, which at the moment is probably not the worst idea. The other being Eleanor Ryan Doyle, centre forward. So they don't need to score again because they do have the lead, and it was quite a while ago, but it was a goal of brilliance from Molly Lambert. Robs the ball away from Chloe Peplow in the middle of the park, and then is off. Tucks it into the near post. Really calm, really composed, clinical finish from Molly Lambert. 5 goals for the season in the championship now, and currently moving Durham to within a point of the top of the Barclays Women's Championship. So it looks like Crossthwaite might be done for the afternoon. So it's either going to be Holmes or Ryan Doyle. If it's Ryan Doyle, it will be more of a straight swap. If it's Abby Holmes, then it will be a bit of a reshuffle. maybe even to a back five for the remainder.
Yes, please. You ready? Let's go.
Becky Zalicki kind of came into a midfield role in the week in the League Cup away at Chelsea.
Substitution for Durham. Please show your appreciation for the 12. Really fast weight.
So it is Abby Holmes.
And she'll be replaced by
Thank you.
number
Yes, on the goal. Yes, on the
24.
goal.
So yeah, immediately
That's all yours.
goes and slots in at centre half. So it will be what we have, we hold for the final exchanges for Durham. And it will be a very, very welcome 3 points if they can get over the line. Southampton will have something to say about that. The onslaught needs to come, and it needs to come soon. Palmer, lovely spin. Good delivery in as well. And it nearly fell at the far post to Pike. It's only a half chance really, it just fell over the head of, I think it's Wilson. It's not, it's Zalicki, isn't it? Couldn't quite get anything on it, and then it arrives at Pike fairly quickly. 88 minutes, it's probably going to be a fairly lengthy stoppage time added on to the end of this game. We've had a number of players down with injuries. We've had a bit of a stoppage on the far side for Brown early in the second half. We've had a couple of players since depart fairly slowly due to injuries, so I would expect maybe 6 or 7, you know. We've got 90 seconds left of the 90. 90 seconds before we find out how much added time, how long Southampton have to try and find something, and how long Durham have to hold on and see out what will be a very, very good performance. Holmes fizzes it into air. Palmer. Volleyed forward by Foster. Anywhere will do for the moment. Johns is going to keep it. We'll try and keep it interesting.
Going early, slide. Good slide.
Brown.
Not yet, Miles. Stay central. Grace, move on. Abby can pick her up. Keep going, Carly. Keep
Perfield. Pollock keeps it in. Now Leah works an angle, gets the cross in early. It's a good ball in as well. Headed away only as far as Peplow to Palmer to Brown. Brown towards the byline, drills it across goal. Deflection not fully away. Holmes can head it away at the second attempt, and then Lambert can seek some sort of safety. There'll be 8 added minutes. 8 minutes added at the end of this one. 8 minutes for Durham to see out 3 points at home. It'll only be their second win in 6 games. Southampton staring down the barrel of another defeat, of a 5th defeat in 6. 5th defeat on the bounce as well since beating Portsmouth at the back end of last year. Johns takes a tumble. Foster 7 minutes from clean sheet on her Durham Championship debut. Heppel. Dennis. Into Pike. Zalicki charges it down. Palmer can recycle. Perfield. Bit of patience needed perhaps from Southampton. There will be time. There will be another chance, you'd assume. Unless Durham can put it beyond them. Holmes has carried the ball forward and then checked back. Past 100 appearances in midweek for Durham did Abby Holmes. Perfield. Peplow. Brown. Kept in. Palmer might get the shot off. Palmer does get the shot off. It's not far away. Not far away from Amy Palmer. One of the players that does give a real sprinkle of quality to this Southampton side. Plenty of appearances for Leicester City and Manchester United in her past. Foul on Pike, surely. There's a foul. Played 3.5 of the 8. Vivian Leah, who has been a bright spark for Southampton on her Saints debut. Can she make something happen for her new team? Stands it in towards the far post. Flicked away, but Brown is going to try and make something happen here. Up against Lambert. Wilson can shepherd that one out for a Durham goal kick. We're halfway through the added time. Free header for Peplow. Carly Johns is leading the charge. Might look for the corner, is encouraged to go there by the Durham bench. Up for a goal kick. 5 of the 8 played. It's got to be now or never. Palmer. Brown. To Dennis, who's kept quiet by Wilson in this second half. Foster forward. Johns is going to chase, and Paige Peak is a couple of paces ahead, so nudge it back safely to Stenson.
Come on, dig in, come on!
Perfield. Searching ball forward, and Holmes is stuck that half the way back down to Southampton for them. Short corner taken quickly. Leah. Fizzed in towards the far post. Free header. Clung onto by Foster. What a chance. Wonderful delivery, and again it was Dennis who was arriving at the far post. Dennis will be quite disappointed actually not to get a bit more power on that. That might have been the chance. Palmer steals it away from Novak unfairly in the challenge with Novak. Saliki happy to take as long as possible before restarting play, much to the displeasure of the Southampton bench. I think that was quite an easy yellow card for the referee to give in the end. I don't think Saliki will be too disappointed. It's 30 seconds shaved off. For a goal kick, is there time? Perfield. Pollock bounces into air. Heppel stolen away. Great feet from Peplow. Is there one final chance? Leah. This would be the latest of late shows. Great feet. Lambert back doing a defensive work. We've played the 8. Now it's down to the referee. We've had a few stoppages in that time, so it will be down to the discretion of the official. Thrown in. Volley clear. Johns anywhere will do. And the foul is given. Forward by Foster. All eyes on the referee, and that's it. We knew it was going to be tight. We knew it was going to be heavily contested. And it's Durham who come out on top. There's a bit of a disagreement between the coaches and the officials. But it's Durham who are happily